Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Refugee to Industrial Regent. I am currently facing the houses that I finished up off camera. I did promise 6 fully equipped houses, and now I've turned around to face the forum. You can see the marketplace, the inn, and at the end of the forum, on the other side of the fountain, is the new town center. Of course, it's not furnished yet, but I'm going to be taking care of that over the course of this episode. Gone ahead and crafted everything I should need to furnish the town center. And I'll be starting back here with the offices. And I'll start with this office back here with a desk and 2 bookshelves. Making sure to face the desk towards the door. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into the other 2 offices and make sure I get their desks built up. Mostly to free up a little bit of space in the inventory, make things a little bit cleaner, so I'm not constantly swapping things in and out of my hotbar. Now, I have the Bibliocraft bookcases, and I'm going to be placing 4 in each office around the windows, like so. And finally, I have chairs. That's right, I got fairly fancy chairs actually. And once the chairs are placed down, each office is done. Well, almost. There is one more thing I will need to do with the offices, but I'll take care of that once I lay down this last chair. And it involves the signs that I just placed on the hotbar. Now, this office here is my office. So I'll go ahead and put my name on it. The second office here is for one of my elders, namely Leo Dukas, who is the elder that arrived during the wood settlement stage. And the third and final office is for the newest arrival, the newest elder, Theophilus Nepos. And that completes the offices. And I'm going to go ahead and place signs on the meeting rooms. And this meeting room will be named after the great Emperor Constantine. And this conference room will be named after the great Emperor Justinian. But there is one more thing I need to do before I can actually say it's a conference room. And that is, of course, to make it look like a conference room. And I'll start with the table. 8 of these Bibliocraft tables will make one long table. 4 chairs on each side for people to sit at. And of course, backs on each chair. And I have historically had some issues with placing the backs on the chairs, but that set of 8 went without a hitch. If only all chair back placement would go that smoothly. And now it's time to prepare the conference room Constantine, starting with the table. Then continuing with the chairs. And finally the seat backs. And at this point I'm just double checking to make sure that both the conference rooms are in good order. And that completes this side of the town hall. And now we make our way over to the meeting room. First, a sign for the benefit of people, for the benefit of visitors and villagers and the like. Which I realize was misformatted at first, but it's an easy enough fix. I will then proceed to lay down the tables at the head of the room and the chairs for myself and for my elders. Of course, I misplaced a chair. Of course, something had to be misplaced on this project. And now I have the slightly difficult task of arranging for the benches. And I begin with the edges, starting from the front and working my way back. And that's 4 rows there, 5 rows just in front of the door, and then the 6th row will come in between the 2 doors, and that's fine by me. And now I proceed on the other side, so as to complete the benches. That's half of them done. I have to remove that torch, and I misplaced that bench. One more, but I've actually run out of steps, so I have to come up with a substitute, and I use a slab for this one. And now that the edge of each bench is placed, I can go ahead and place the rest of the bench using the jungle wood slabs. And with just 2 more rows to go, I'm feeling pretty good, except of course for the lighting issue, and then I go and misplace 2 slabs right in front of the door. And at this point, I also want to see what the lighting situation is, and well, let's just say there's a lot of problems with lighting. So I go ahead and place the first lights in the back here, then proceed to lay a string of lights across the room. And I'm feeling okay, except for a couple of misplaced torches, except that there's an area in the middle that's not lit. 1 torch on the floor will fix that up quite nicely. And that completes the town hall for this stage. As I close the doors behind me and show off the exterior of the town hall, and now there's just one more thing I need to do. See, in addition to building the new town hall off camera, I also went ahead and made a minor structural alteration to my old village center. Replacing the jungle wood baseboards with limestone bricks, which have become my standard baseboard for this stage. But of course, I have a sign to replace, because this is no longer the village center. It is now being repurposed as the military headquarters. Saves me the trouble of having to build a brand new structure for the military headquarters, when I could just as easily rebuild the town center and repurpose the old town center as the military headquarters. Now, aside from getting rid of all of the windows, there's not a lot that needs to be done here. I just need to reassign the offices to my 2 officers. In this case, Decarchos Photius Opsaris into this office, and into this office, Guard Leader Basil Gabris, also of rank Decarchos, although he doesn't quite lead a full troop of 10, which would be expected of a Byzantine Decarchos. That's right, Decarchos is a Byzantine term for a 10-man squad. And I'll be using mostly Byzantine names for my ranks, although there is one that is Roman-inspired. The old infirmary is being repurposed as a barracks. The Decarchos sleeps on the bed I was standing on, along with the rest of the squad, which, due to the space shortage, is only 8 men instead of 10 like it's supposed to be. But oh well. And then I realized the signs aren't quite right. So let's replace them. The infirmary becomes the barracks, while the armory remains the same and continues to hold its same purpose. Now, I'm going to go ahead and check the swords. I've got some swords that were dropped by mobs, but they're not necessarily what I'd want for my troops. But there's an easy solution to that, thankfully. All I have to do is get myself 8 sticks, or actually 16 sticks in this case, and half stack of cobblestone, which I will quickly craft into 16 stone swords. And now I make my way back to the military headquarters, back into the armory. Now, I'm not realistically going to have the means to outfit my soldiers with armor at this point, but I can at least make sure that they have weapons for this stage. And with the weapons assured and secured, the military headquarters is effectively complete. And with the military headquarters complete, I will make my way up here, overlooking my palace and the watchtower. And only my palace remains to be upgraded for the stage to be complete. And with that, I will see you next time, everybody.